What up, people? What's good? Salute.
Yes, sir.
Yo, what's good, everybody? Salute to the tribe. We're hip hop and comics and hip hop. We're a niche channel. And reserved for the best is super dope. I do sell comics. Check me out on Instagram at 6th_element_comics. Yeah, because comic books are the sixth element of hip hop. What's up, y'all? Sixth element of hip hop. I am your host, Reno Noir. This is my co-host for the day. Raw Talk, Raw Deal. What's good, my man?
Chilling, man. Chilling. What's
Toy
happening?
Fiend Cult. What's good?
Yeah, sir.
Black Heroes Club in the building.
What's good?
What's good, man? So our regular co-host Stu Dog is hopping the pond right now. He's
Hold up. You're freezing for a second.
yeah, I don't know what's going on with the internet. We got a storm going on, so
Yeah. Yeah, we had one last year. So
yeah, hopefully it'll not do that too much.
Mhm.
Is it still frozen?
No, you're live now. Let me see. Move around a little bit. No, it froze again. Yep.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. Yep.
So it must be I guess his signal thing maybe.
Yeah, he says he has a storm going on out there. Yeah, it passed through here, so
If you don't mind me asking, where you guys at?
I'm in Jersey.
All right.
Yeah.
Is it hot right now? Is it cold right
It's hot.
right.
Like humid.
now? Well, I know, bro. I know I'm in Louisiana, so it's so interesting to meet people that are, New York, New Jersey, because and like, bro, my wife looks at me like I'm crazy because, like, why are you asking about the weather? But seriously, it's different. Like Louisiana, like we're in a drought right now. In California, they got wildfires. This season, we got hurricane. So, like, it's just fun to learn about, different states and what their weather's like.
Yeah, true.
Am I moving? Am I all right?
Yeah, you active, definitely.
Cool. That's what's up, man. Sorry about that, y'all, man. Just a little bit of a internet issue. Corey Adja, salute. What's good? Yeah, we got a great show, honestly, tonight, though. We got a lot of cool shit to talk about, a lot of shit going on with DC right now. But the main topic is the One Piece Netflix show. We're gonna chop that up because we've been begging Marvel and DC and Star Wars and all these guys that do these live action adaptations of things to please give us something that is really loyal to the source material. And we just never get it, man. So I felt like I wanted to showcase this show in particular because out of all the live action adaptations that I've seen, this shit is just
one of the best. Yeah, one of the best.
Loyal. Yeah, very accurate. Al Mega's in the building. Wepa with Mr. Wepa.
What up? The sixth element of hip hop family. How you doing?
All right. You already know. So we're talking about the One Piece anime, and basically, like I said, man, I wanted to showcase it and talk about it because it's so damn loyal to the source material. And we don't get that. We don't get that from anime, from Marvel, DC, Star Wars, and anime too. Like anime live action adaptations, you might like them. I'm not saying that they're trash and they're garbage and they suck and you can't be entertained by them. You might like them, but they're generally cheap. They're generally or the cast just doesn't quite feel like the anime. Like they'll cast it, and it'll just, I don't know. You guys have seen the live action Dragon Ball Z, and I mean, just some of the
Oh, bro, let's talk about Avatar. Remember Avatar's live action?
Yeah,
Bro.
They don't have a good track record, so it's really hard to get good anime adaptations, man. I think this one just really fucking hit it on the head, man.
Yeah.
It just works. it's a long running manga and ongoing anime from the mind of a guy named Oda Ichiro. They call him Oda. The Japanese people call each other by their last names. And it's a joyfully weird, ecstatically singular masterpiece, potentially bent towards liberation, and but it's exactly the kind of anime that seems impossible to translate to live action. Like, this is the type of anime that if they would have been like, oh, we're gonna do a live action version, this is the last one I would have said could work.
And I think because they kept it really simple too. It's like they didn't go over the top. They didn't make it hard to believe. It was simple. It was to the point. It was piratey. It was they jumped right into it perfectly. And even the powers that these characters have, they didn't do it like over the top with extra CGI. But bro, even when Luffy he gets shot in the chest, and the bullet, I can't, like, if you haven't seen it, like, but the bullet like stretches him, and I was like, bro, that's how I want Plastic Man whenever they make him into live action, like not live action, but in a hero.
Yeah,
that's how I wanted it, bro. Like, it looked amazing. It wasn't too much. It was like the perfect amount of salt and cinnamon mixed together. I mean, it was perfect, bro.
Yeah.
I agree. And for those who don't know, I know a lot of people might not know. I did not know shit about One Piece before this show. I knew it existed. I knew
a
little
either,
bit,
bro.
but I never watched it. Yeah, because honestly, it just has too many damn episodes, and I've heard a lot of people repeat this same sentiment. It's just too many. It's just like 1,000 episodes. It's not one I want to get into, because for me, I'm not gonna just hop in an anime at some random point. Like, I need to watch it from episode 1 on, because anime is not episodic. It's it's a story.
Yeah,
so you got to watch it from episode 1 on.
It wasn't appealing for me because, like, I haven't seen the anime either, and I heard so much about it, but I mean, I was like, what's the appeal nature to it? Like, we're not talking Dragon Ball Z, like, but what is it? And I've never thought about it until the live action was made, and I watched a couple episodes. Now I have to go see what One Piece is about, because I love the live action.
Yeah,
it's that good.
I know about it because my sons they watched it and stuff like that. So I'm pretty familiar with the whole idea of it, but getting intricate, this show really got really deep that way, where I can understand it instead of going through the manga part of it. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah. Honestly, like, pirates is not really my thing. It's not really. It just, the whole idea of it just didn't seem something that I would have been into, honestly. So, and that coupled with the fact that there's so many episodes, but like, my son is big into anime, and so he's gotten me into stuff like MHA, My Hero Academia, and stuff. I mean, he even got, like, I really wasn't. I knew about Dragon Ball Z, but I didn't really watch Dragon Ball Z until my son got me like into the story and like really watching it and following it and shit like that.
How do you feel about like Pirates of the Caribbean? Like, do you watch Disney Pirates of the Caribbean?
It's cool. Again, pirates just never was my thing. I know pirates are cool. Some people love pirates. Just pirates never was my. Wasn't interested in pirates that much. So Pirates of the Caribbean, it's cool. I guess it's not really my.
Have you seen it?
Oh yeah, Pirates. I've seen them all.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Like,
and they're good.
Yeah, I kind of like the swashbuckling pirate idea. Them trying to go for the gusto, for the gold. They're going for the fortune and the fame. For the most part, with pirates, it was mostly about being famous. How you can, just like if you go to Star Wars with Han Solo, he's a pirate.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Space pirate in a sense. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it's all about the fame. Like he would say, the Kessler Run was the best. Have you heard of it? You know what I mean?
Right.
So a lot of pirates, have you heard of this pirate?
Yeah, Blackbeard and the dude used to light wicks on fire on his ear. It was a pirate. I think his name was Blackbeard. He used to have these wicks that he would light on the side of his head, and he would jump on the ship with fucking wicks lit on fire. And it was just some shit he did that it fucking was like.
I know who you're talking about. I don't I don't want to say his name is Blackbeard.
I
Let
don't
me
know
go
for
look him
sure.
up.
There's
Yeah,
they got
yeah, but
Hollywood's
The only
Red,
pirate I was ever into,
Shorties.
Bellet, Black Queen of the Black Coast. You know, and if you know Bellet, you know she's from Conan. You know, but
yeah,
there he was hiding his identity. He was Amra the Lion.
uh-huh,
So, like Bellet's first appearance in literature even precedes Conan's, because Bellet came first, and then there he was Amra. But only then later on, when Conan came out, we find out the story that he was Amra.
right.
So right
There
there,
was a
he wasn't even in his own story.
Yeah, the guy that wrote Conan, there was a hero that he made before Conan, and I can't think of his name, but
But you have the Puritan guy.
what is it?
Was it Cole?
Maybe.
That's
Cole
Cole exactly, which is an ancestor of.
Yeah, and he wrote a book. Like the first book was about him, and then he got into Conan shit. But yeah, that dude was a racist anyway. I don't really fuck with him, but
Yeah, but that's the only pirate I ever got into.
Yeah.
Pirates of the Caribbean. So I get you, Reno. It's not for everybody. Me either. You know, maybe it's because I don't know how to swim. So I say, I'm good, bro.
I mean, yeah, and I mean, it's not that it doesn't appeal to me. Like the whole idea of the thing appeals to me. It's just that I don't know. I think it just got too saturated with the real corny Long John Silver with the pirate with the patch and the parrot and the peg leg. It's just like, all right, matey, and it's like,
You
all
don't
right,
like parrots, Reno? Are you prejudiced against talking parrots, bro?
No, actually, I have I had a blue and gold macaw.
Oh, so you work? Look at he has. See, Reno talking all this smack, but look at Reno. Imagine him with a parrot on his shoulder right now. He a pirate, right?
He is. And you don't need the hat either, bro. You can do it like real simple. Just get the jacket, get the boots, man, get the sword on your belt.
They got some cool gear too. I ain't gonna front.
Yeah.
And truth be told, kings and monarchies were hired pirates to do and steal for them.
Absolutely.
Right.
Yeah. So it's just like
mercenaries. That was
Luke Cage, hero for hire.
Yeah.
Look at this, bro. I love this. We're talking about an awesome TV show, and we're also getting a cooking lesson from Black Heroes Club here. You know?
Yeah, my bad. Waffles are for dinner, so
there you go.
Hey, but I don't know, like breakfast for dinner. Are you guys cool with that?
Absolutely.
Oh yeah, sure. Why not?
All day.
I'll
take a bacon, egg, and cheese any day, any hour of the day,
any time of the day. Right. Pancakes, waffles, whatever.
That's how it goes. And even back in the day, you know, when you grow up a certain way, you know, you have that for dinner. You'll have
you know, egg, toast, whatever. Yeah.
We couldn't have chicken and steak, so you know, let's get the bacon and eggs for dinner.
Or egg and rice. You know, egg and rice.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, hell yeah, bro.
Always.
You know what it is. We gone through it, folks. Don't let anybody ask who you, even though raw talk, you know.
Hey, talk about ramen and an egg with it. You would cook your ramen, fry an egg with it, you know. Anyway, yeah, ramen.
Nah, I boiled the egg and have a boiled egg with it.
Somebody made ramen lasagna, yo. Like got the dry ramen, put the sauce, the cheese.
When I was little, I used to see on the package and I
put it in one of those the things, you know, air fryers. Like 15 minutes, bro.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. I'm about to experiment.
Yeah.
Sure. All right, so back to One Piece, because these pirates, were they stealing noodles too?
Nah, the One Piece creator.
Teach me, because honestly, I know nothing about this. I seen the imagery, like I could do a One Piece character, but what is One Piece for somebody that don't know about
Go watch the anime. Go watch the bro. I can't even explain it to you. Just go, not the anime. Go watch the live action on Netflix.
I got you, bro. I got
figure it out, bro.
Well, so all right, so One Piece, it's a tale of pirates, treasure, high adventure, and all of that, and it's basically it's one of the most influential and enduring, prolific manga series, anime series in the world. But it began in manga, serialized from like 1997 by this guy named Ichiro Oda. And the series basically just blew up really quick, got a lot of attention with its very unique, type of humor and everything, and a very detailed, world building, intricate character development. And Oda's, his dedication to the craft and the intricate, the vast world that he's, created and made the manga, a cornerstone in the shonen genre, which shonen is a genre of anime that usually entails stuff like Naruto and Dragon Ball Z and fighting and stuff like that. Like, but and then given the manga's rapid success, the anime adaptation is inevitable in Japan. That's kind of the succession. It's like manga, anime. That's how it goes. And then it debuted in 1999, like 2 years after the manga came out, which is really fast. And the One Piece anime, produced by Toei Animation, they do a bunch of the big ones, and closely follows the storyline that Oda set in the manga. Albeit with certain filler and episodes and stuff like that. But it's got the catchy theme song and the very famous and impactful voice acting, and the story arcs and all of that were very, gripping and well written. So the anime too blows up in Japan, huge. And then it sort of, after it's a hit in Japan, it sort of goes around, the world, and it's been translated into a whole bunch of languages and broadcasts in all these different countries, and merchandising. Is considered one of the big three, right? It's Dragon Ball Z, Naruto, and One Piece.
Oh damn.
And then, or no, I'm sorry. It's Naruto, One Piece, and Bleach is the big three. Dragon Ball Z is the grandfather of the big three.
Crazy.
So,
I know the characters, I've watched none.
Well, so again, it's more about treasure. It's like about, the One Piece.
No, I haven't either.
Treasure. The One Piece is a treasure. We know it's a material nature. We don't know what it is. We don't know if it's a bag of coins. We don't know if it's one giant coin. You don't know really what it is, but it's symbolized by the culmination of one's dreams, and the journey that's undertaken to achieve your dream. And so throughout their adventures, the Straw Hat Crew, which is the name of their little pirate, their little ship, they confront their societal issues, slavery, corruption, war, all the stuff that Oda nuances in the storytelling. And basically, both the One Piece manga and the anime have, been won all kinds of awards and all that shit. And so his the storytelling, is a huge aspect of it. But then there's, the vibrant art and the cool designs, the characters and all that stuff. And it's just one of those, full total packages. But again, it's a big anime as far as size, a lot of episodes. It's about pirates. So it just was something that I just didn't get into. And then this live action show came out and everyone's like, yo, this shit is crazy. And I'm like, nothing on to watch. And I was like, fuck it. So I put it on and I was like, this is actually good. And I go get my son and I'm like, hey, bro, we because we watch anime live action adaptations of our favorite animes and they always suck. They're always trash, or the cast just would be they won't remind you of the people in the anime. Either they'll look too Caucasian or too Asian or whatever. It just doesn't fit. You saw the Dragon Ball Z and all those terrible anime adaptations. But this one, and listen, Luffy, I believe is Brazilian in the manga. The actor that plays him is Mexican. But he absolutely
the only type of apparently Latin actor that exists,
Nope. Yeah, even though, but he's like perfect. His character, like Luffy acts in the anime, he's exactly like that. He's just like adventurous wanderers. He's just whimsical and he just goes with the flow. He's like, yo, I'm gonna be the king of the pirates. That's all I know. He's just wow. But he's happy-go-lucky. Think of Bruce Lee, happy-go-lucky without no problem, but mess everybody up. You know what I'm saying?
How do the exaggerations of the anime and the manga translate into live action? Because you know that the anime and manga always are wild and exaggerated. So how does that translate into live?
it did really good for this one. Like I said earlier, with like the way that they make their skin stretch, it's not too much CGI. I forgot the pirate that gets cut up into pieces. Like it looks just, yeah, it looks normal. Not normal. I mean, that's not normal, but it looks good. It's not too
Looks
much.
real,
It's not
yeah.
too little. Yeah, it's like, all right, cool. I can work with this, and that's what I really feel like they did well. Is they kept it simple. They didn't have to go over the top. They followed, a nice little guideline, and the whole show isn't just about like the powers of these people. It's just the storyline in general.
Yeah.
The when they go and they eat at the restaurant, and of course Lupe doesn't have any money to pay for the Luffy doesn't have any money to pay for the bill, and they make him go in the back and wash dishes. Like that little story right there was perfect.
Yeah. Yeah, and yeah, and it's like the anime is over the top. I mean, there's just the style of it. So it does match the over the topness of the anime without going overboard and being, ridiculous. But I will say the guy that created it again, Oda Ichiro, he kind of gave an explanation, or this is, he's aware of the history of poor live action adaptations of Japanese animated films and TV series. And especially when you try to adapt them for an American audience. And that's what I think people, because there's this argument of whether this is really that accurate or is it that good and why is it so good and da 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 da. Because this anime adaptation caters to an American audience like others don't. Others either cater to Japanese or European audiences, and Americans kind of just have to get it. This one is like the accents are American or English. It's not really. I don't know. I just feel like even though everyone in there is from another country, a different ethnic, group from a different culture, it's very a diverse, cast and everything. But for some reason, it just appeals to an American audience. And he said that he worked very hard to ensure that the translation of his creation to live action format was handled with the utmost, care. Because he is aware of the history of how live action is not that good, and compared himself to a guard dog. He said basically that he's heavily involved in every aspect of the series, ensuring the integrity of the adaptation, right? So it's like if we would have George Lucas hopping in, the Mandalorian set and being like, no, this is all how it's gonna go. And that's why, the Mandalorian seasons 1 and 2 were great, because George Lucas was there. You know what I mean? And they listened to him, and he was there and giving his advice, and he was paid attention to. And then, they stopped listening, and that's when it turned to shit.
Yeah.
That's one thing. I mean, like a lot of anime projects, this was adopted from a manga. So the narrative has already undergone transition from one medium to another. Like that's just par for anime. And so it's endured through decades of storytelling. It has over 1,000 episodes. It spanned
I
almost
wanted to
5 years.
ask about that. So
He was 17 when he started it. He's only like 40 something now. He's been doing this for 25 years. He was 17 when he invented the show.
So if I wanted to get back, like if I wanted to start One Piece, I know to start from the beginning. But like, I'm sorry, I've been reading online. A lot of people are saying that it didn't match up with the story of One Piece, like the anime, even though it was good. But who's seen the anime to tell us how relatable it was, or not relatable? Who has seen the anime?
I've actually watched the anime. I've watched up until the Skypiea arc, which they don't address on the show. They only go as far as going to the Grand Line. So that's like the first,
like episode 45, like in that, I think
it's like the first 50 plus episodes.
Yeah.
I don't know specifics, but yeah, they basically found a way to streamline that into 8 episodes, which was nice.
Mm-hmm.
Now they do take some story beats that come later in the anime and they put it in the live action, which I learned. So I had like some spoilers, but otherwise I would say they did a pretty good job. Like Yeah, I would say they did a pretty good job, like bringing
Yeah.
elements from the anime and even from the manga, because they took stuff that was, because in the anime it was censored, and so there were certain things that were in the manga that were not in the anime. But for the live action show, they took some elements, like when what's it called? When Red Zeph, when it turned out that he ate his own leg, that was originally from the manga. That was not in the anime. In the anime, it was something different. So they just mixed and matched different elements, and it ended up working. So yeah.
It did. Like my son has shown me a lot of clips, like on YouTube, where it's like beat for beat, verbatim, word for word. I was like, yo, that's like, I just it makes me mad, bro, because it's like, why don't Marvel and DC and Star Wars take fucking notes, man? Like, take notes.
Yes, amen.
The only reason why they can't do that is because, like you say, Ichiro. That's his name, right? Ichiro.
Yeah.
Ito.
Or sorry.
He's the holder of the source material, so he knows. Oda. He's the owner of the source material.
Right.
Yeah, he's there.
He's involved, right?
And then there's no licensing agreements, and there's no liberties being taken where, you know,
make
Marvel, they gotta pay other people's estates and stuff in order to use these characters.
Yeah, it's about time Marvel paid though. Anyway.
Yeah, right.
That won't
I see it
happen.
as a big money thing too, like business wise, to hire somebody to do this character, to have somebody come and write it. I don't know. I don't think the funds are there, and we have to look at the audience too. It's like, you know, us as the audience, we, you know.
Yeah, absolutely.
He said Alita did a better job. Alita.
He said like Alita. I guess Alita Battle Angel. I think it is.
I have not seen that.
I haven't seen the manga or the. It was good.
I saw that. I enjoyed that for what it was.
Yeah.
But I think anime adaptations usually suffer from either. See, it's hard because Americans watch anime, and here's the thing: Americans watch anime, and they see these characters. They don't look Asian to you because they don't draw them looking Asian, right? And so when they adapt anime and they cast it with Asian people, a lot of Americans don't buy into it because they're like, oh, that doesn't look like him and stuff. And technically it does. Actually, those are Asians in the anime. They're just drawn with their eyes are just rounder. It's just how this is the style of the art.
Somebody told me that actually that all people are in anime are not people, but rather like felines.
That's different.
Probably for the start of it, yeah, they were mostly like feline characters based on different animals or different
morphic.
Looking human.
With like they'll be like humans with cat ears and shit. Yeah.
There's different genres of even anime. It's different.
Yeah.
You know, so.
What are you guys' thoughts on the live action? Like, why do we need live action? Like, why are we trying to force all these, you know, cartoons to come live? I mean, they're fun because they're cartoon, and you know, the cartoon can do stuff that a real person couldn't.
Money is money. Yeah, why they're doing it, but why do audiences want it? Why do we want a live action? I think is what you're asking, right?
Forced on us.
Well, I think some of us do want it, and I think like, do we want it? Why do we want it, or what do we want about it? And for me, I have a little bit of an answer for you that I probably wouldn't have had earlier than today. But Stu Dog hit me with he said somebody came in his house and they was looking at his toys on the shelf, and they were like, hit his wife, and it was like, yo, what's up with your man and the toys and shit? She's like, ask him. And he's like, no, I'll tell you what's up with the toys. You know, when I was a kid, like, I probably couldn't afford, my parents couldn't afford to buy me them. So why do I have these toys? Because I can. I'm saying I'm not on the floor playing with them, but I'm displaying them. And why do I like them? Because it's something physical that's not on the page. I can touch it. I can, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's a physical product. It's not just a picture on the page. You know what I mean? So
to you, and that's it.
Yeah, and so by having a live action,
I'll show him the door real quick. How dare you, fucking?
He did, and he was like, and kick rocks. But yeah, but the point being, like, I think making it live action is kind of a way to make it real. You want to see it real. Like, I've been reading this X-Men comic forever. I would love to just see that shit real in real life, and I guess that's why.
Because when we were younger, we fantasized about them being real.
Right. We
You
played as them and shit like that, running around. Yeah. So
and
yeah,
it's an art form as well. You get creative people that can take it to that level. You know, and do it right. You're looking at it like, okay, yeah, this is what I envisioned when I was little. This is what Spider-Man was supposed to be. Oh,
Yep.
Yeah, I'm happy now. My inner child is happy that it manifested in that way.
Facts.
Yeah, but the problem is, you see, so it happens, and then what happens right afterwards? Backlash.
Yeah,
so
they're not always good.
Backlash. Oh man, it wasn't what I wanted. Blah, 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 blah. Right. All right, stop complaining. Listen. Just I think pick and choose wisely what you want to do. You know what I mean? Like, I don't ever really want to see One Punch Man live. It's perfect as
some of it.
Don't
bring something. Yeah, some things shouldn't be adapted to live action. That's true. And the thing, and they will. One Piece is one of those that I would have said, nah, you don't do a live action. Like, do a live action, My Hero Academia, but only do that with the budget of a real movie. You know what I'm saying? Don't try to do My Hero Academia with a Netflix budget. You're gonna need a real budget. You're gonna need like a Marvel budget to do a show like that, because everything is fake, but everything has to be real. It can't just be CGI.
Baby.
And I think in that direction, because look at the theaters. I mean, for all intents and purposes, they're suffering.
Yeah,
technically the day and date. I mean, who does that? Why can't you release a movie a month later? Give it some time on the theater so people can have the experience. These dudes want to do day and day drops, like it's comic books. Oh, you can either go to the theater or watch it in your house. What would you do? If you got food in your crib, I'm staying at the crib. If I got a 75-inch,
but here's the other caveat to that. Okay, I'm in the theater. I paid all this money. I got my family, and we got people with phones and knuckleheads running around.
Hey, man, yeah.
I can't tell you how many times I threatened people in the theater, literally. Like, yo, shut it up. I'm a F you straight up.
Exactly. So the theater's fault. The industry, they're being too greedy, like trying to keep us too comfortable. We want to go out. Bring back the cinema. It is a wonderful experience.
I would like to actually see more. I would like to see more animated movies like that come from the comics, go to animation. For example, like Doom versus Thanos. I would love to see that animated. I would love to see more animation. Because, the live actions are cool, but like you guys were saying earlier, back when I was just reading comics, it was really about making that scene come to light. Yeah. So it didn't really have to be live action for me, but more, hey, I would love to see that move. Does that make sense?
Yeah, animated films is a good medium. I mean, like, I love animated films, but I don't think it satisfies that live action itch. Like, it's great and I love it. And yes, and look, most live action anime adaptations suck. They're not great. Why do we keep doing them, I think, is the question. But it's because, like, we really want to fucking see it and we want it to be done right. But everyone that puts it out has their own spin on it. So only a few people are going to like it and everyone else is going to hate it. And it just...
But see, that's business, because how do you even choose which scenes to do, and then how to budget for them? You got to get the writers. So they have to change it around, because everyone has to agree. They have so many hands in the pot, so to speak, that everyone has to.
That's the thing with One Piece, because the creator has to be involved. And the thing with One Piece is the creator is heavily involved in the adaptation. You know what I'm saying? And this is something that's been established. I mean, and even in a world like, franchises like Star Wars and, the Doctor Who, that are like nearing or surpassing their 40th and 50th and 60th anniversaries, a single scripted series running that long is almost unheard of outside of like soap operas and shit, with the notable exception of the 35+ year run of The Simpsons. The protection of, such a storied legacy, I think that the creator, Oda, is enough motivation, more than enough motivation, to carefully guard his baby. It's like with Ahsoka and Dave Filoni, like that you can tell that he cared more about Ahsoka than he did Mandalorian season 3. Like you could tell he was working on Ahsoka season 3. He kind of let whoever do whatever with it, because that was his baby. He's the creator of that. So and it goes back to just loving what you're writing about. You know what I mean? Like, you know, a lot of these Star Wars and Marvel and DC guys and writers and shit, they really don't love the source material. They might know it. They might have got the job to write the script and then they ran and bought all the comics, read them. That's not really the same as fucking growing up and loving it and then writing a movie about it. You're gonna get a whole different product. So we have to be careful. Like when we adapt these things, it has to be done by someone who really cares about the source material. Not someone
I wonder how we could make someone like you write for us. Like, what would it take for someone like you to actually just go in, write the story, make it happen? What would it take?
Well, you also gotta. It's money, but at the same time, you gotta understand the independence part of it has to shine. Like you create your own characters, your own vision, and then you stick to it. Like I can't go to Marvel and say, "Hey, I want to do this Incredible Hulk movie. I got this crazy idea, and it'll work." They're gonna be like, well, "Get the hell out of here! No, we don't need you. We pay who we pay." But if I come in with my own character and own script, thought out everything, and this is how it's supposed to go, and you can explain it with that passion that you know the character and it's yours, and no one can refute that. Then they'll have to say, okay, yeah, we'll give you a shot to see how this run. And then later on, they'll try to buy you out. So, you know.
Of course.
But you have like Robert Kirkman, who created his, you know, that he did Invincible and like he created that character. So his show is going to be good and all of that. But like some of our older favorites, you know, our Spider-Mans and Supermans and Batmans, you know, Bob Kane and what's his name are not writing scripts. So it's like we have to get someone who just loves the source material and with some of it. But it's cool when you can get the creator to write the script and be involved in the screenplay and all of that. That's the ideal, right? Is to have the creator involved in the adaptation. But
even having them involved, though, how much leeway do they have? You know what I mean?
Right.
I mean, what level of production voice do they have, or is it just a label? You know, like sure, because I know it is your baby, but once you involve a corporation, you know, a lot
you
of
sell it, they might have sold the rights
so hot that they have to give in to your demands instead of you giving in to theirs.
Yeah, I think that's how do we the One Piece show. They gave in to Oda's demands and not the other way around.
Yeah.
But how do we make that happen? How can we make that happen more? Because again, it's just like Marvel and Disney is spitting garbage at us, and we just as consumers have to eat it all up. So us as consumers, what can we start actually doing to like change that?
More so, I guess, speaking with our wallets. There's only so much we can do as consumers. Like,
don't buy everything. So don't consume every piece of crap they give you. Boycott that shit sometimes.
Don't spew the hate. Just do that.
Just don't buy it.
But then also they're the only ones that are doing it on this level as well. Like we're talking about DC and Marvel characters, but Spawn could be redone. Image Comics could do their own thing. Dark Horse Comics,
well, to Sada's point about, you know, them listening to Oda, you know what I mean? And like I saw some interviews and they like made a joke and then they were like, no, just kidding, Oda Sensei. Like they're that the actors, the American actors and the Brazilian or the Mexican actors and everything, and basically they respect him. You know, they respect his vision and they respect him as a person. They respect him as a sensei. They respect him. And you don't, and Americans have a fucking problem with respect. No, Americans have a problem with respect and authority, and generally, and so like, yeah, we need to respect our creators more and our writers.
Hey, bro, don't talk about my country like that.
Now, here it is.
That man manhandled somebody on the staff one day, in some way that whole he put everybody in check.
He put his ass in a.
But
Yeah, you know what I mean?
the way it is in
Yeah.
Japan, they do things out of honor.
Right.
Like if they're doing, like, for instance, Levi jeans made in Japan is well made than over here
Yeah.
because they use the original loom system.
They care about their
They
craft.
go through every inch. If it's off slightly, it's a dishonor to them. They can't deal with it. They got to destroy it and start over. So they take pride in everything they do. That's what they have in their family traditions. So this creator of the One Piece, that's how he sees it. This is my family's tradition, values, everything, you know.
And I'm just being the opposite here, but like, so why aren't we doing this as, bro? We have a huge fan base. We have a huge knowledge base. America in anime and all these things, like, we're important in this too. Like, what can we do different? What can we do better? They have so many different, indie authors actually out there that are writing Black characters in the comics for Black people. And what, we can't afford to buy them? We can't afford to. All over the world in other places, they support one another. Why can't we do the same?
Because people are greedy and money hungry. And then if you're dealing with like with Black characters, there's no way the people at the top, they're not going to give a space for that. Not really, not truly. So
it's not even about that. Even it's just support. You just got to support. That's all it takes. Because if you're not supporting, you're not going to get what you want out of it. So if Black people are not supporting, it ain't going to happen.
If you're not buying the characters that look like us, you don't buy those books at all, then you're part of the fucking problem. Because when they give it to you and you don't support it, that's why they say, well, fuck it, what should we try? No one's buying it. Exactly. So you gotta support it. You're so 100 on that. Well, that is a problem within all our POC community. All of us.
Yes.
We're a little bit stupid and ignorant,
that too.
We don't support our own. We want to knock them down. Stop, yo. You see all these other people come and play, right? You know what I mean? I've seen the other side, those white folks, they argue with each other, right? And then within 5 minutes, they could call each other and come out with an ill business deal and they're friends again. Why can't we operate like that? Let shit go. Let's support. Let's be one. Because with the amazing talent of POC creators out there, and I mean amazing fucking talent.
Amazing.
We should be like the majority of every con. Like, that's how ill our talent is. That'll take away from other people. But say our people are amazing, Fuck.
Facts.
Man, this comment is everything. Like, this is so true. That's how I find a lot of my material. We don't realize that a lot of, and it's not just Black. My page is diverse. It's Asian. It's like Cuban, Asian, Filipino, Latino. There's so many diversities that are whitewashed, and we don't even realize it.
Yeah.
Right. Guts from Berserk is mixed. Gunn was Black. Yes. One of the Sailor Scouts was originally Black, so that many have been changed when American market comes in.
See, now the question is even as a creator, like, who forces that you have to concede to that?
But isn't that funny? Because like our shit, like, we made Star Wars, and in Asia they took Finn out of the shit. They took the Black characters off the poster.
But that's funny, because that means that Black people have it hard all over the world. Like, why is that going on in Japan? Like, it's so in Japan, when they make an anime,
to be fair,
instead of making the character,
it's China, not
Japan. Look at it like this. Black folks have it hard over the world because Black folks choose to have it hard all over the world. Because going back to that fact, supporting each other, backing each other. That's the remedy. When everybody says, "Oh yeah,
in a barrel,
us down," this one keeping us down. No, you're keeping yourselves down because you're not doing what you're supposed to do. Now in the 1930s and 40s, Black folks were together more. They supported each other because that's all they had. You know what I'm saying? But
they
now
organize movements. Like that's what our Martin Luther King organized movements that we could never do here in America today.
No. We can do those movements. We just choose not to. We can do everything. You look at all other races of people can support each other. We just don't do it because we have this ego to where, oh, if this brother here does better than me, I'm going to be mad because I want to be up there with him, not knowing that what it takes for this person to be up. You know what I'm saying? It's just it's ignorant.
Learn, you know,
crabs in the barrel.
Meet that person, you know, and pick their brain and be honored that one of our own is making it. What the? I'm always proud and happy when I see somebody that looks like me or doesn't. You know what I mean? Just a person of color. Period. Period. When I see them like elevated, I'm like, wow. But I grew up not seeing that. So like to see it, you know, even more so now is like great. You know, especially the credit on the creative side.
Yeah,
we've seen each other visually, but I'm saying to get the creative credit, but I think that's where it stands. You know, we got to get that because a lot of people want to claim ownership, right?
Yeah,
and that's what we expect about a homie here from One Piece. He expects his ownership, but again, what forced the change in colors of those characters? I mean, why did he have to bow to that? That's the question.
Hey, but something I wanted to say about the creators, like sometimes I actually search for my characters online, and some of these characters have a creator, but they're not mentioned, they're not named. Online, I can find like source out all these pictures and all this information without a artist. So my point is that like who's making all this art? Is it AI? Is it Japanese people? Who's making all this art where it's just no named artist that's out for grabs?
Well, here's the fear. Going back to the fear of okay, if I reveal myself as the artist, I might not get commercially accepted. You know what I mean? So some artists become anonymous. Yeah, I got this cool character. I mean, you can have Japanese people create black characters that are awesome, and you got black people who create Japanese characters that's awesome. You know, but the cultures, you know what I'm saying, are very different. So now I won't be accepted in Japanese culture because I didn't go through the culture, even though I love the culture and I can draw and I can understand it, but I would not be accepted because I didn't grow up in it organically, vice versa. So that's a lot. There's a lot of ignorance in the whole shebang of it. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah,
ignorance.
Yeah. I mean, with
the comment now, he goes, if they keep them being PLC, they could only reach a small market. I mean, but that's so shameful. Again, showing attesting to what you were saying, a testament of not supporting one another.
yeah, exactly.
Market is small.
That's what it's about.
But now I want to test this out. Actually, I am. So I'm saved up some money. I'm actually gonna buy a lot of indie authors comics. I live in a it's diverse, but I live in Louisiana, deep south. I want to put these comic books up and see how many people buy them or look at them or are interested. Because that might be a Louisiana thing. That might be a New Jersey thing. Like, why is it a black person not buying the black comic, or the white person can't relate to getting it? It has to be something.
There has branding, you know. It's like, oh well, look, it doesn't have a brand on it like Marvel or DC, so you know, it must not be
exactly.
That's what it is. See, it's not. Yeah, it's not really about the race of the characters. It's about the money behind it and the production. It's the same thing with the anime adaptations. It's not that they aren't good or they didn't do a good job or they aren't talented. It's the money behind it. They don't have the budget. Like imagine a One Piece anime with the budget of fucking, you know, Endgame, right? That'd be a whole other fucking thing. But you know, the Netflix iteration of One Piece seems to have been a big success in all those areas, though. But including the element of the casting, right? Like we were talking about the cast, and by all accounts, you know, Inaki Godoy, that's his name, is Luffy. and Emily Rudd plays Nami, and basically, Oda said that they had the most dedication to their roles. They perfectly embodied what he envisioned when he created the characters. Not, what I'm saying? He said finding actors who not only look the part of the characters, who already have such long established lore and personalities, not to mention who can give performances that are true to the originals while remaining sincere and avoiding, impressions and just doing like, a cheap impression and shit, is a challenge for any type of production. But with Oda, with the creator's help, the new production, I think perfectly threaded that needle. Thanks to his protective attention to detail of his baby, you know what I'm saying, this new version of this show, regardless of the cast, came off fucking dope. And from a story perspective, the live action version of One Piece has been able to basically stay closely to the stories of the animated, series, and with some liberties taken, of course, with specifics of the storyline and shit like that. But, as does the encompassing narrative, structure, meaning Luffy and the Straw Hats have a lot of the same exact challenges that they have in the anime. It'd be like the same little mission, little side quest that they got to do. It'd be the same thing, and it'll all come out the same. The characters will say the same shit. It just look fucking great, but it'll be fresh. It'll be invented in a new way that it doesn't seem just like a straight what do you call it? It's like an impression or just like a cheap copy. It's not. It's actually something new, but it stays fucking, loyal to the source material. And again, I mean that's because of the creator's, protective attention to detail. He's got, he's there, and on set and all of that. And the industry right now with the WGA and SAG after strikes, we don't even know if this series is going to come out for season 2, but it probably will.
I saw a post. They said the script is pretty much done for season 2. It just depends on when the strike will be over. Then if that gets announced or whatever, then they would go into production like next year. It just really depends on the strike. So
yeah.
And I have a sidebar question. How do the writers come up with these stories? Now, bear with me, conspiracy theory. What if there's some rich corporation or like rich, Bruce Wayne types that pay for their story to be told in the comic? And that's how Marvel and DC make their money for real, is rich corporations add stories out. Like, oh, this story is going to be amazing. Tell this story, and I'm going to pay you to tell it. Conspiracy theory. I don't know. I mean, like...
there's the government agenda. So I listen, but I mean, if government could get social media, you know what I mean, and they'll get to companies, push our agenda. Here's a couple of dollars.
Well, they did that. They did that in the 40s with Captain America during the World War I and World War II. Remember?
Oh, yeah, that was
they did.
Propaganda.
Captain America comics against Hitler and stuff like that. So they already did that, and then they also did stuff with Lone Ranger. They do a lot of stuff, but for the most part, it's under the guise of patriotism. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's not really an agenda. Now it'll be agenda based. Like, oh yeah.
Well, the real conspiracy will be the corporate. It'll be a corporate conspiracy. It'll be a corporate agenda. It won't be like the government. You know what I'm saying? It'll be a company, a corporation will implant them. What you say?
The government is the corporation. The government is the ultimate.
That's true too.
You know why I say this? I'm gonna say this, as I said before to someplace else. They used to call Puerto Rico and the other islands a commonwealth. That word is now destroyed, and the word now is
Virginia is a commonwealth.
Listen, but this is what they call us now: an unincorporated territory. Unincorporated. So you're not part of the corporation. They are admitting
America is a corporation.
It's a corporation.
Yeah. It is. Corporation.
You got the Empire State. You got the America. It's the United States. It's united. Like every state is the size of a country in Europe. I mean, this would be a bunch of different countries if it was
and each state can succeed the union. They can
Mhm.
leave if they
Yeah.
if they find it
Technically,
plausible. They
But an
can.
award would form because they're not going to allow that here.
but it's a business.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a
And
business.
speaking of corporations with the One Piece, did anybody Puma? The Pumas, what you call it, was rocking in the show. Old girl was rocking Pumas.
She had Pumas,
Yeah, they were
legit
rocking
Pumas.
Pumas.
Wow, nah, I
People
missed that.
forget.
I gotta go
There
back
you
and
go.
watch. I'm gonna go back and watch.
Pumas
That's
are
there you go.
also they just dropped some Thundercat fucking sneakers. Have you seen
They
the
got One Piece. Pumas got One Piece sneakers now.
Okay, yeah.
Mhm.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you guys this. So, like, I have older comics, right? Black Goliath. They have more ads in that book, in that comic book. They have more ads than they do any story.
In the black comic.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, Black Goliath, like the old 1970s
I know Black Goliath.
issues. Yeah, they have. It's all ads. I mean, it's
Wow.
5 page of story, 10 page of ads.
That's crazy.
Damn.
Oh my god.
That's how it goes down, man. That's how you grab consumers.
They're selling. That's how they're selling that shit.
Yeah.
But so the season, the second
That's why they
season,
could only charge 25 cents. I mean, like, that's why their comics were so low.
Mhm.
Crazy, bro.
Yep.
That's why we gotta thank people like Don McGregor at that time. He was writing Black Panther, and they had asked him, "Hey Don," and this is Marvel. They told him, "Hey Don, you need to add more white people to the books." So then he comes out where Black Panther fights the Ku Klux Klan. He made a well kick. He got fired because of that shit. He said, "Yo, you asked for more white people."
Hey, and that goes back to who's writing these comics, because why are white people getting so mad about the KKK? Who's writing the comics? Because I guarantee you that somebody rich enough in the KKK didn't like that. Go fire that.
Yeah, gotta fight it. Yo, get out of here, yo. I mean, but it's the commentary. You got to talk to this old legend because he got gossip from back in the day. But that was one of the funniest stories he had told me. I'm like, get out of here. He goes, yeah, that's why they fired me off the book. They took me right off. Like, damn. Goes, yep.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, man. So we had somebody from the other side fighting for us, and he got canned for it. Look at that shit.
Yeah.
So why don't we support our indie creators? Because it seems to me like the rich corporations are keeping us at Marvel and DC, and these creators can't afford 10-cent comics yet, bro. We got to build them up.
Well, now you can self-publish now. Independence is wide open now. Anybody can produce a comic book whenever they want now. You can self-publish. You can get it printed.
But listen, okay. I was gonna have this conversation with my Crusaders. I'm sorry, Reno. I know we're talking One Piece, but I want to mention this. So the problem is this with indie. An indie creator creates a book and they're seeking press, right?
Excuse me for a moment.
Unfortunately, there are some press sites, right, that from what I understand, that will tell these indie guys, well, if you want me to even post your book or review your book, I need you to pay me XX, like in books. So I need maybe 10 copies of your book. And then I need to know what type of review do you want? The tone, and then we charge per star. So do you want a 3-star review? I'm like, what? So
rich money people can afford. Wow.
Isn't that insane? So how can an indie creator, and I know an indie creator that I was one of the few that reviewed his book, and I said, yo, why are we one of the only sites? He goes, because you're the only guys that didn't charge me or ask me for anything.
That's crazy.
Like, wow.
Yeah,
so
and that's so yeah.
In the community that we have some fake websites.
That's scary.
These amazing creative people, and they need to stop that.
That's why you.
That's scary to think about, bro.
That's why you read a fucking brilliant synopsis and this comic sounds really dope and the review was sick and you get the book and it's ass.
Yeah, because
they fucking paid for a 5-star review.
I promise you, comiccrusaders.com. Comiccrusaders.com does not do payola. All right.
That's right.
We don't ask for shit. We don't want shit. You know what I mean? We want you to sell your book. You want an honest review, constructive. You come to us. We we got you. I've even heard people say that. Check this out. I've heard some creators say when they go to a website as well, oh, are you listed on Diamond or Lunar? If they say no, oh, we can't support your book.
Yeah.
Yep. So it all belongs to the rich man. It all belongs to the rich man. So how do we beat? If I say this or if I ask this, then everyone's going to come and watch Reno's YouTube, and then it's going to be a conspiracy. How do we beat these rich corporations?
Well, find the good independent websites. There are some of us out there that genuinely care, like my site, comiccrusaders.com, that we genuinely love and care and support the community, out of pure love and appreciation and gratitude. I mean, this community and the culture has helped me as a kid, growing up poor, my parents being able to get me comics, and growing up in a household that didn't have money, there was arguing going on. Go to the fire escape with a stack of comics. I was in my own fucking world while they're dealing with their shit. You know what I mean?
Yep.
It's a wonderful escape mechanism that we need to keep pushing and supporting, and of course support these independent creators that will one day work at those big companies. They will, they're gonna get pulled and enticed eventually, but while we have them as independent, let's show them that love and support that, without raping them, especially you websites. Shame on you.
Yeah. And even if they don't go work for those huge companies, they become huge companies like an Image with Todd McFarlane.
Look at him. Right. Did you see his whatnot? Look at Todd McFarlane, perfect example. This dude that he did it at the Spawn Kickstarter, made $1 million in like an hour, right? He does a whatnot and he made $80,000 in 15 minutes.
See?
Yeah, bro.
Ridiculous.
I mean,
but that's the part. Why? Because he's loud and he's out there. He pushes himself. Again, another part of the thing that independent.
You got to sell yourself. A lot of indie creators are not salesmen. A lot of indie creators don't know how to push themselves or sell themselves.
But bro, I'll say this.
And he works.
Black people aren't going to.
Hold on, guys, one at a time. Who was first?
I was saying, Todd McFarlane works from an independent mindset all the time. Right. He knows he has a corporation, but he don't think that way. He thinks he's still that independent young guy.
Image was an indie, you know what I'm saying? Now it's one of the big three, but Image was an indie joint. Yeah. It's a story of how indie can become a mainstream. Black heroes, go ahead.
Yeah, black people will not buy black, and that is an issue. And white people or these rich, no, it's not white people, it's rich corporations aren't going to pay for black content, because who's going to buy it? We cater to a white market. You guys as black creators or you guys as black people, you will not support each other. Why would I host your character here? And it gets scary because like now that we're like really talking about it, how do we support these indie creators? Because at the end of the day, black people don't buy black.
Well, it's the mindset and the condition of what's been put out. You gotta fight what's been brainwashing the people, in general. And I hate putting it in black and white context or anything like that, because what talks in this country, in any country, is green money.
Yeah.
That's the only color that matters.
That's the main thing that talks. You got that. You support your own. You build. Look at other races. They build their own with their own money.
Yes.
But I know a lot of black collectors that have every Milestone comic and all the black characters. Like I know a lot of black.
Bro, but let me tell you this. Let me tell you this, please. Milestone can be bought in 2 books for $70 online. And that's sad and scary. No other, you can't buy Batman like that. You can't. What I mean by that is, if you want all of Milestone, you pay $70 and you get 2 big books. If you want to order Batman, right? If you want to order Batman, you would have to, you would have to pay money to get all of Batman.
Well, there's a lot of Batman.
Same with Milestone.
Yeah, but that's my point, though.
There's not a lot of Milestone but I'm saying, like I know a lot of black collectors and stuff that do buy a lot of black characters and buy a lot of black products.
Talking about the price point, I understand what you're saying is that You could buy. Listen, Milestone Comics was a 96 issue run total. All the issues together,
Right.
96 issues.
And you could fit that in 2 omnis.
You could buy 96 issues in 2 compendiums for $70. Yeah,
right.
You could find the same compendium, for example, Walking Dead output. You get a Walking Dead compendium. You cannot buy 2 volumes for that fucking price. You know, it's gonna cost.
That's what I'm saying. Amen. Exactly.
Okay, but now that it can be a plus or a minus with that. Okay, why would I want to pay an exorbitant amount of money for something that I enjoy?
Kind of a good thing.
I have to dig. I have to dig through, or I collect older comics. So if I'm gonna go and look, I found 6 issues of Blood Syndicate at my local comic book shop, but it took me an hour and a half to get there, and I had to scroll through 400 volumes of comics to get it.
But that's
it's
a part
like,
of the game.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, but
collector, that's part of the game. Them dollar bins and stuff like that. I love going through that stuff, man.
But it only cost me, it only cost me $60 to get them all online, bro. Like, and that's what I'm talking about.
I know.
Like, I can't do that with Batman. I can't do that with Flash. I can't do that with anything but a black character. Hey, you know what? I'm tired of
but isn't it because there's not as much material?
Guys, it's the value of the book. The book is
exactly.
Look at the price.
Okay, so you would get that same a Batman book, the same size book is going to cost more.
Yes.
A million times more. A million times more.
The black comics are cheaper. They go in the dollar bin.
That's what I'm saying. They don't have the value.
And my local comic shop, it's different. It's different. I've got #1 Blood Syndicate, Icon. I got them, and they cost $10, $15 a book.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It depends on the value of that certain place where you go.
Yeah, but where are you though? Like what?
I'm in New Jersey.
Where are you? Yeah, but like where? Are you around rich white neighborhoods, or are you?
Yeah. Watchung, Warren. That's all rich, bro.
He in a good spot.
Okay, but the reason why I'm asking this is because it's interesting that your comics are selling, because we said black doesn't buy black. So who is coming in and buying? Is it more black, or is it more white? Is it more Asian? Is it more who's buying these comics?
We have black, Asian, Hispanic. It's everybody's going to this comic shop.
So now we've set a standard. So everyone's coming for this one. But what about your Spawn? What about Black Goliath? What about Black Lightning?
Everybody's coming for everything.
I do.
It's collective.
But it's interesting. It's interesting. Maybe we're at the start of a new run or something. But bro, 20 years ago, this wasn't happening.
No, it wasn't. But now we do have shit like Spawn and Black Panther that are huge. They're not Milestone, and even Milestone got a fucking nice little revamp.
And I'm wondering how I'm finding these black characters now, because like I'm going and I'm looking, but now they're more prevalent. Like now, bro, when I was a kid, I did not see these black heroes. I wonder if the media conspiracy. I wonder if the media is feeding me black characters because, hey, you know what? It's making a comeback. Let's do Milestone.
That's what I was going to ask you. Do you think that or not maybe a comeback? Do you think that it's getting better? Do you think it's improving?
It's odd because, like I said, when I was a kid, I didn't know about Quantum. Bro, if you look on my page, these are heroes that people are like, wait, what? Who?
But I mean, now you've got Black Panthers getting top budget, full, top.
Now black is buying black. Now is the time. Black is buying black. So let me create these. I don't want to call them fake, but let me create these characters that people haven't heard of or seen in a while and try to sell them to the black community, because somehow, somewhere, the black community is starting to support each other.
Now, if you want to say that, then you would have to say, okay, the old guard was kind of bigoted in their ways, and those guys died out. So the new generation said, hey, we're not going to be as bigoted because, there's more opportunity to make more money out there. So let's give everybody what they've been wanting or what was existed, but just shine a bright light on these characters now, and now people want what they want. I mean,
and again, if you go to
mean,
my page,
my wife's friends, her husband's a lawyer. They're white. Guess what? Their son's favorite character now, and we bought it for Christmas for him.
Superman,
Black Panther.
Eric Killmonger.
Okay, I knew
it is second, but like,
blew my motherfucking mind. Blew my mind.
Wow.
Blew my
mind. But not really, because that's normal now.
No, but it blew my
but we're
mind.
pushing the propaganda.
This little
we're
white
pushing
kid.
Propaganda. Yeah, there's no way a white kid would know who. Yeah, no way he would know who that was.
Cutest kid on the planet. You would think he would go for Captain America.
Right.
He wanted Eric Killmonger.
Or
oh no, bro, this is scary. Like, this is the conspiracy theory. So like, white people are starting to want to buy black.
I'm like, okay. That's all I said. Okay, that's what you want. She's like, yeah, that's what he wants. He wants kill. Okay. And we bought him Eric Killmonger.
White people are buying black. Now is the time. Now is the time to create these characters.
I mean, hip hop is the biggest thing in the world. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's permeated all mainstream.
And that's why I don't want to put a colored thing on it, because
it's past that.
Rich, poor. Okay, rich, poor.
Or none of that. Like, look,
it's more. I like
Zorro, and I like Zorro. I like different characters, man. That are
but he's Mexican or Latino. Is Zorro?
Yeah,
but see, it doesn't matter, because he's a great character. It doesn't matter.
I don't give him.
He's a great character.
And check this out. When I grew up, I like the Dukes of Hazzard.
See,
people going crazy over this, but I love the Dukes of Hazzard.
Right. Everybody did.
You see what I'm saying?
Everybody in the hood loved that shit.
You like what you like. It shouldn't be because of this one or that one. You know, we know that different things exist, but in the world of comics, all that shit is shattered. Look at the X-Men. The X-Men alone shattered all that shit.
And let me put you on. Zorro's actually Spaniard. But was raised in California, so that's why he has that Mexican type of feel.
Yeah.
But he's actually Spaniard.
Yep.
Wow.
Bro, this is so deep. Like, I've never been so deep before.
I didn't know that.
Like, that's deep.
I didn't know that. I didn't know that. Well,
but also, like, regionally, like, if you want to spark up a movement regionally, have book day for the kids. You know what I'm saying? Getting them into comics so they can support as they grow. You know what I mean? Like local schools, people want to read and stuff like that. Give them, hey, alternative to those weak ass books you got in school. Here, we got some comics here. Get into this. That's how you bring it up. This is how you form that community, and then people start supporting.
I have a friend. He does a program. Big shout out to Manny. Reno knows him. Comics for Christmas. What does he do? He asks for donations. He takes comic books to hospitals, kids' hospitals, and he does drawing sessions and gives them comic books.
I follow that guy. Yeah, okay, cool. He really does that. I follow him, man.
Yeah, Manny's amazing. A big shout out, and folks, support that. If you're comic geeks and you want to, help kids, get into this, that's the spot. Homie really does an amazing tour. I'm proud as a fellow Latino. Thank you, kiddo, for putting some good out there. Via comics. I mean, a great way to utilize comics.
Exactly. So that's why we did things like One Piece.
Shout out Manny
with everyone, because the characters in One Piece are multicultural themselves.
Yeah.
And so you're enjoying it for what it is. It's enjoyable, and that's how everything should be within that comic realm. It's enjoyable, and
And bro, I really can't wait. I want to try this. I'm gonna buy some indie comics, and I'm gonna go to my local shop and see how many white people actually buy them.
What was that?
But God, this is from One Piece. This is from the live action anime, guys. Look how good this is.
I forgot what that creature's name.
And homies is standing like that.
That's the Leviathan, bro.
Yes.
I do not know how to swim, but Omega will learn how to swim that day.
Nah, Luffy can't swim because so listen. So Luffy is the main character, and he can't swim because he ate the devil fruit. But that's the fruit that gave him these rubber plastic man stretchy powers.
What? Wait. What?
It's called
Yeah.
Wait.
So he ate the devil fruit.
Y'all fucked me up. So he could swim before, but now he can't because he ate some type of fruit, and now he can
Yep.
stretch. So because he can stretch, he can't swim.
Yes, in the world that Oda created in One Piece, it's a very interesting world, right? So there's
weed and mushrooms. Let me tell you.
He started. It's this thing called devil fruits, right? And the devil fruits grant immense powers to all different characters in the show, different characters that ate them. But you know what I'm saying, and they're the source of Luffy's powers, right? And his powers basically is like he's Plastic Man, but yeah. So in this world, there's all these different kind of devil fruits around the world, and if somebody eats one, then they're permanently granted superhuman powers. But those the devil fruit powers are said to be hated by the sea. So
salt water is kryptonite for devil.
Yeah, the drawback of eating one is that the user will be permanently unable to swim, which obviously is not ideal for pirates and marines, who the series is about. And so each devil fruit in One Piece, though, is unique. So no two devil fruits have the same power. So you eat one, you don't know what it's gonna give you. It's this dude named Buggy the Clown, and you could chop him up into little bits, and all his little parts will just come back together. You can control them, and you know what I mean, do all kind of shit. Yeah. So basically, they're highly desirable fruits. You know, if you can obtain one and shit. But the devil fruits are
this
also
is the devil fruit right here, folks. This is the devil fruit right here.
Hey.
But yeah, that's crazy.
Devil flower. But look how beautiful it looks. I mean, this is how good the show. That's budget right there. I mean, that's well done. Fucking shit.
Man.
That shit looks crazy.
That's a cool picture for a poster too.
Word.
Yeah, but exactly. We gotta put Reno on that boat though.
He's standing there looking at the
It's different. It's also what else? There's 3 different categories of devil fruits. There's the paramecia, the zoan, and the logia. The paramecia are the most common, and they grant the users the superhuman abilities that don't easily fit into the zoan or the logia categories. So let's explain zohan and logia first. So the zoan devil fruits grant the user the ability to transform into a specific animal, right? As well as the ability to transform into a hybrid species that combines the user's subspecies with the animal. So if you're like a human and your animal is a dog, you could be a werewolf too. That kind of shit. The Zoan fruits also have been revealed to have their own individual wills, which is not a trait of the other kind of devil fruits. So the Zoan fruits have the have 3 rare subclassifications. They have ancient, mythical, and artificial. So I could explain the whole fucking thing, but it's very fucking it's a lot to it. But yeah, they and Luffy has different so you know how Dragon Ball Z, you got Super Saiyan 1, Super Saiyan 2, Super Saiyan 3, and all of this. One Piece, he's got first gear, second gear, third gear, fourth gear, and fifth gear.
Yeah.
And he hasn't gone into second gear yet in the show, but I think he probably will. But this is what fifth gear looks like.
Oh, shit, he looks like me almost.
He's crazy with that one. Yeah.
Right.
Oh shit, bro. That's fifth. I'm already at fifth level. Look at me, bro. Mega is at fifth level already, bro.
Years, man.
A fifth gear. I'm sorry, young man. Look at you trying to correct me. How dare you? How dare you?
Bro. Man, is dope. I'm
on my fifth gear. Don't mess with me, bro.
Yeah, man. But
yeah, man. It's dope shit though. It's some cool lore involved. But yeah, the awakened form it unlocks the most powerful form of the devil fruit, which that's what lets him go his gear 5 form.
Yeah, he said it's not the fifth gear. He said the sun god.
Oh yeah, okay.
So what is that beyond fifth level?
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe. I guess so.
And now I'm even more confused than before.
Hopefully we get to see. I want to see that. See, speaking of seeing it in live action, I would love to see that. Him go to a god level in the show.
Yeah.
Like, what? You know,
bro.
that'd be awesome.
I think we've already reached that status, sir.
Gear 5.
Right.
Gear 5.
Yeah, the gears actually show his imagination and his ingenuity and his adaptability to play with his powers and find new and useful ways of making them work, which has proven very important in his different little fights and battles and different bosses and different people with their powers and shit to combat him.
And yet, if I had a cup of salt water, I'd defeat him immediately.
You had to dunk him in a tank of it, but yeah, you could literally put him in a fucking fish tank full of water and he'd drown.
Yeah.
Here you go, bro.
He'd sink under the water and he wouldn't be able to get up.
But
it had to be seawater. It had to be seawater.
Wait, he said salt water is kryptonite. So if I was to
pretty much
hose him with it, does he lose his power or does he need to be dunked in it?
It's not kryptonite in the aspect of like how Superman it makes him weak. It's just if he goes in the water, he just turns into fucking stone. He's gonna sink to the bottom and he can't breathe.
Turns into a brick.
See, that's why
he's gonna sink down and be like, he can't fucking move, and he's just fucked in the water.
And that's why, if you notice in the show, he aligns himself with his crew. He always wants to make certain individuals' crew because they have certain individual talents that it will keep him safe from that happening. Actually,
okay,
you know what I mean.
So he got his ass covered.
yeah. So he's very smart.
Movies in the hood.
yeah, he's a smart pirate because when in the beginning when he was like, I can be the greatest pirate, I can show you, and people looking at him like, nah, get out of here, kid. And it's like a normal, like we always like that. We wanted to show people what we can do, but they always like, nah, kid, you ain't ready, and you already knew you was ready. But then when he shows up, now he's like he putting his master plan together. So it's awesome, man. I enjoy it. I enjoy it, man. That show is dope. They got to keep it going though. Keep it going the right way. They got a super hit on their hands for like a DVD collection. I can't wait.
Absolutely.
Wait, you know what? We'll talk. You just
episode 1701 dropped. And that's when we got legendary Gear 5 power and that the fans have been waiting to see, I guess, for so long. But a lot of fans what's up?
My man said the key word today for something that I want to do for you guys.
Who did?
He said a DVD. And I said, oh my God.
Oh,
folks, you know what I do? I like to be like Mr. Latino Santa Claus over here. Huepa Claus, all right? So
Huepa Claus.
I have got for one person of the 6 element of hip hop family today. One person. I got a red box sheet with 10 codes, folks. 10 codes for you to enjoy a free movie night, a free rental. So if you got Redbox around you or you want to see an exclusive movie over redbox.com, that's paid for. Guess what? You use one of these codes, you get the movie for free. All right. So
and shout out to my man Young SC 55 or 551 for definitely being the most active and engaged in the chat.
Yes.
I think that man right there, that young person rather. I don't know what they are. I'm sorry. That young person right there, I'm assuming they're young based on the name. I think you're in the lead right now, baby. Because you're doing. I'm loving your comments. But but I'm saying I'm loving your comments.
Absolutely. Mighty Racks in the building said Netflix is great for taking chances on comics like this and the Sandman. And I gotta agree, man. Sandman was another great adaptation. Say what?
But it was another one where a lot of things were changed as well.
True. It was not. Yeah, it was not as accurate, man, as this One Piece. Yeah, this One Piece joint. I just want to talk about because of its accuracy, man. Because we talk about all the time on the show about how sticking to the source material is just something that we wish that Marvel and DC and Star Wars would do more often and do better. What'd you say, bro?
In my opinion, Watchmen was the
Yeah.
closest. And then we got a TV show that finally connected at 100. Like, yeah, finally we get the squids. That's what I wanted in the movie. But the movie was probably the closest, with the exception of the ending.
The movie was super close. The show was very different in the comic, but
but they had the squids.
It was so good, and it had some. Bro, I love the show, bro. The show was
the squid shit.
A lot of people didn't like it, but yeah,
Regina King, bless yo, amazing fucking. She killed it right there.
Yeah, that was a good one. I dug that.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. Season 2. I think it will come out at some point. And there's about 6 anime arcs that I think it will probably try to squeeze in. Because the first season adapted up to about 96 chapters of the manga, comprised of 5 arcs, ending with the conclusion of the Arlong Park arc story and the revelation of Luffy's bounty. So that all happens in the show. And having already set up the Baroque Works episode in the Mr. 7 storyline, which is the second season of One Piece, I think would likely adapt everything up to the Arabasta arc, with Sir Crocodile as the season's overarching villain. So every you saw that there was like a different villain for each episode, or there was one that kind of was like the main bad guy. Sir Crocodile is the character. You can Google him and check him out. He'll probably be the next overarching villain, but that would mean considering at least 121 chapters, condensing rather 121 chapters, comprised of 6 arcs into another 8 50-minute episodes. If they do 8 episodes again, it sounds like a lot, especially with 30 more chapters than this season, but it is still possible. The way that they adapt it, it could definitely, because there's a lot of filler. I mean, when you have this many episodes, there's a lot of filler episodes, especially if the second season is as fast paced and story condensing as the first season, second season. I mean, so after defeating Arlong, right, the guy with the saw nose guy, with the big guy, the Straw Hats have to sort of resupply in Logetown before entering the Grand Line, because that's their next goal. You said, we're going to the Grand Line, and that's because they're looking for the One Piece, right, which is Goldie Roger's treasure. All right, there's this pirate, the big king of the pirates. His name was Goldie Roger, and he was being executed publicly. And at his public execution, out to the crowd, he tells everyone he's got his big treasure and it's hidden, and y'all pirates go find it. They're gonna kill me. Fuck it, go find my treasure. Have fun. And they kill him, and everyone runs to go find the treasure, the One Piece, right? But nobody really knows exactly what it is, but Jolly Roger pumped him up to go. No one even fucking really knows if it exists, but right. But that's the whole thing of the story. And this guy Goldie Roger is theorized. Luffy, rather, is theorized to be a reincarnation of Goldie Roger, in some theories, and it's some pretty convincing points. But yeah, but the so the Logetown arc, which is only about 5 chapters in the manga, is all but confirmed to be the next step for One Piece. I mean, we know they're going to the Grand Line, especially after it teased a team up between the Buggy the Clown and Smoker, already having Luffy in his crosshairs. And so it's short, but the arc introduces key pieces of world building, like the Logia type powers, right? Through Smoker, along with new characters like Smoker's petty officer, Tashigi, and the mysterious cloak clad figure who saves Luffy. You have the Straw Hat Pirates escape, of course, but not, without spurring Smoker and Tashigi to hunt them down into the Grand Line. So they go to the Grand Line, but with like these bad guys chasing them. So that'll probably translate into the show. And then you have when they go into the Grand Line over the Reverse Mountain. It's called Reverse Mountain. Treacherous, whatever, and basically it
I wonder what
essentially
is it going to
almost
take for them
ends.
to actually continue it. Like, what is it going to take for them to like keep up what they've done and like keep doing a good job? Because like now we're talking about thousands of or hundreds of episodes. How do they get paid? Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, it's
What do you mean?
Yeah. I mean, they can keep it up as long as the creator wants to keep it going.
Oh
That's
yeah,
yeah. As long as he wants to keep it going, it's gonna keep continuing the way he wants it to go,
yeah,
and it'll be joyful for us to watch. You know,
yeah, yeah.
but
As
like,
long as he's in it, as long as he's handling it, it'll be good. As soon as he steps out, then it'll become whack. But
I
I don't
like.
think he will. I don't
I
think the way Japanese people are, man, the way their culture is, man, like you said earlier with the honor and their whole outlook on life and the way they handle their own craft and stuff. He's not gonna ever be like, all right, you guys run with it. You know what I mean? He's that's
No,
not how
they're
they
never
don't
gonna
think
do
like
that.
that.
No, they don't.
They don't think like that. So
I like how when he recruited a pirate killer in Zorro, like that
yeah,
was a smart move, and
hmm
it's weird. Like, okay, I'm a pirate, but I'm gonna befriend a pirate killer.
right. The
That's
pirate
just,
hunter. I like that dude with the big ass sword on his back.
oh,
Got his name.
hey,
He remind me of Zorro in a little way. You got the black hat with the
yeah,
mustache and shit.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's crazy. But what he did to Hatchet, the Hatchet guy's son, that was crazy. My man was in the mirror. He's like, strip. He had
What
him
he do to him?
because he had his sword. He took his sword. Remember, he captured
Oh
his sword.
yeah.
And then he was like, yo, it was just weird. It was like bugged out. I
Dog,
was like,
that scene is exactly in the
yeah.
anime.
I
It's
was
in
like,
the
what
anime
the hell is
exactly
going
like that,
on
bro.
with the dude? And the
That's
dude
it.
looked weird as hell. And that was my first like, oh, they really have Pumas in it. My man was rocking
Word.
Pumas. And then you see Shorty later on. I'm like, hold up. I see the promotion that they pushing in it. You know what
Dog, you remember the scene when he first fights Zoro and he comes at him and he pulls out that little tiny fucking knife
I mean?
and
Yeah.
he brings the swords and he puts the knife out and he hits the point, just the point of it, like on the blade. That shit is straight out of the anime, like verbatim. Like that's what when I seen that shit, I was like, man, this is perfect, man. We gotta talk because it's just dope, man. I love to see direct adaptations like that, man. That's fucking dope. What's Mighty Rack saying?
All right, somebody.
He said, "Oh, okay.
What you say
Oh,
right
where is
This guy, get
where
this
is
guy.
where's my fucking where's my guy? Ban user and delete their comments. There you go. Where's my fucking moderators at? I guess they not here. Yeah, usually sorry about that, Joe. Usually my man's Slade will take care of that. But
Yeah.
Yeah,
yeah.
I saw that. I'm like, what a fucking dick, bro.
Uh,
Why people gotta be dick, bro?
yeah, for
I
what?
mean, but just we move forward because that's going to happen when you speak in positivity. You're really
Thank
communion
you.
with everybody and talking good stuff. You always got somebody.
Positivity.
Man, like this, you don't need to be a dick guy. You know what you need to do? Go hug your mom or something if you have one. Otherwise, just let her know I miss her.
Yeah, man. But again, that's what happens when you're speaking positively about things and enjoying each other's company and transfer
Word.
information.
Word.
You're gonna have idiots that'll pop in like, oh, I want to start some trouble.
Yeah.
but they ain't gonna get through anything.
Corny, man.
We're still talking about what we're going to talk about, baby. That's right. The positivity.
Yeah,
Of what we put together a dope show today, and that's what I love.
Thank
We get into rabbit holes, though. I love it. You know, we our piece. We go. We start digging.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's gonna be going. It's all right.
James Gunn said that the what do you call it? Creature Commandos show that is not going to be what we would expect. He said it's animated, so it's separate from the strike. He's separate from the SAG-AFTRA strike. Because it's animated, I guess.
Okay.
He wrote on Instagram. So he said they're working on it right now. He said I love it. He said I think it's going to be different than what people expect. So that's interesting because I mean I pretty much know what to expect. It's Creature Commandos. We're going to see Amanda Waller create another secret team. You know, said this time Black Ops, a squad, a very unique creature monster inspired, you know, Hollywood monster inspired prisoners.
You know, what version they going with? Because when Creature Commandos even debuted, Amanda didn't even exist yet. So how? Well, you know, what are we talking about here? What version of Commandos?
Well, I know it's the team was created in the comics as like, you know, a sort of, you know, Frankenstein guy, a werewolf guy, a vampire. They had a Gorgon and a regular human
Amanda
leading
Waller,
the team.
That's what happened before Amanda, though.
Before Amanda Waller, yeah. And so they're bringing Amanda Waller into it. I guess they're using this team from back in the day and
Amanda is the Nick Fury of fucking DC. Then this is what
yes,
here.
Basically,
yeah. Exactly.
You hit it right on the head. Yes.
Yeah, exactly. But probably even more ruthless.
Oh, way more ruthless.
Yeah.
It got hard. This is a ruthless woman, a woman scorned, bro. Whoever man fucked up her life, you're like, dude, you messed up the world with that werewolf. You should have done a better service.
But again, great actor to fill a role of that, to emit that type of
yes. Mm-hmm. And he's David Harbour, who voices Eric Frankenstein, said that he said we recorded a bunch of stuff already. He said, and I mean not only do I get to play in the DC universe, I get to play in the James Gunn DC universe, which is a whole new exciting thing. I didn't know what it was when it was sent to me. I met with James and he laid some stuff out. It was really exciting. He considers it some of the best stuff he's ever written. It's hilarious and the character is great. I think he's been announced that it's Frankenstein and it's very colorful, terrific character. So obviously, you know, it's a team that a lot of people don't really know a lot about. It's not a big famous team. It's not the Justice League or anything like that. Superman Legacy, meanwhile, will star David Cornsweet as Superman and Rachel Brosnahan as Lois Lane. Nathan Fillion is going to play Guy Gardner, the Green Lantern, and Edie Gathegi will play Mr. Terrific. So that's cool. Isabella Merced will play Hawkgirl. So it's got a cool little cast. Like, I'm interested to see these characters. We've never seen them before in live action. Creature Commandos is animated. Obviously, Superman Legacy is not. But there's no release date for Creature Commandos just yet. But while you wait, you know, there's a lot of cool shit that we'll be telling you guys, you know, updating you, you know, between now and then with what's going on. But yeah, it's I don't know, man. I'm excited. Are y'all? I mean, I think James Gunn has a good track record, and
absolutely,
I'm interested to see what he does with these characters.
He has an amazing track record, and I need people to start spewing hate when none of the projects that have been released are even his. I mean, nothing has come out that he's already talking shit on the homie. Like, yo,
it's not really the hate for me. It's the fact that that's not what I really needed. I don't care who the director is. I don't care who the producer is.
Just
give me a compelling story. Yeah, you know, it's like I don't like what has James Gunn like. like we're voting for president here. What has James Gunn done for me? Like, no, bro. Like, just give me a compelling story. Period.
Yeah, I think he and like I seen an article saying he's in trouble because Blue Beetle did this or that. He didn't fucking make Blue Beetle. Okay, Blue Beetle's not part of his shit. So it doesn't matter what happens with Blue Beetle or none of that. That's not his shit.
But at the same time, he co-signed. See, that's the thing. It's just like if I vouch for somebody and they fuck up.
True. Yeah, but he didn't. But what I'm saying, like,
me crazy because I vouched for
he
this
didn't
person.
create it, right? But he didn't create it.
But he vouched for it. So that's what people got a problem with him vouching for some shit that's not on his level or his level of creativity. You know what I mean? Why would you vouch for it when you know you ain't had your hands on it and you know you would have did it differently?
Because I think he didn't want to badmouth the shit that he was getting ready to take over. You know what I mean? Like he didn't want to be like, this shit is whack. I'm gonna do better.
You're right. You're right.
That's what I think, but who knows?
A good company man under contract, of course.
You know?
Sometime, right?
And you know, the current state of DC obviously is a bit wonky, and everyone is definitely patiently waiting to see what James Gunn can do with this DCU reset. And while we all patiently wait for Superman Legacy, it's been announced that the new Justice League trilogy is also being worked on. The good thing about the DC universe is that there's a lot of content to work with. There's tons of shit, and you know what has made the Batman-led comic company seem far superior to Marvel in a lot of ways at times, is that the company has found a way to deliver some great animated content. I mean, they have owned the animation space. The MCU has slowly been, getting worse, but they kind of owned the live action shit. Marvel had no fucking game when it came to animation. Still don't. But Gunn has stated that he plans to interconnect the animation that he's gonna have, the animated shit, with the live DCU films and all of that, with the TV shows, the video games, even like as in same same actors being voice
Wait,
actors
I'm sorry.
on
Wait. He's gonna open up this platform to everyone. He's not just doing the movies. He's doing animated series. He's doing
DC Entertainment. As
Yeah.
a whole.
Yeah.
So
TV shows, video games, animated films, live action films.
See, that's the only thing Marvel hasn't incorporated really, the animation into the films. With Shield, we've seen tie-ins in a way to the film universe. But now with Gunn at the helm, not just the TV shows are going to tie in, but also will the animated features. For some of those stories that obviously are going to be too over budget to put on actual live action.
Yeah.
Now, I would like to see his storytelling in animation. Like, all right, cool. If you want to do 5, movies of Batman or whatever, I would like to see that. All right, cool. But we're talking about taking on what's going to be in the movie theater, what I'm going to pay for. That's different.
I mean, like I said, he's done my favorite of the MCU movies. He's done my favorite of the DC shit. He's done my favorite DC TV show. So he's got a great track record, and it's already been revealed that the Creature Commandos is going to contain a character planned to be in both live action and TV show and the animation, Dr. Phosphorus. So that's one that's going to permeate all of them. Dr. Phosphorus is generally a Batman villain, but has appeared in a lot of DC ventures, a lot of different shit. And if Gunn, wanted to impress, he could allow whoever takes on the role of Dr. Phosphorus to appear in live action and animated films and TV shows and video games and all of that shit. And DC has made a fantastic animated collection that existed outside of the general universe. Especially the Tomorrowverse. Warner Brothers has now officially announced that the Tomorrowverse is developing a new Justice League trilogy.
Did you guys see War World?
Yes.
Yeah, I like that storyline. That was
That was
interesting.
cool as fuck.
I
Yeah, it was cool.
think this new animation with the like the outline, the thick black outline pencil, it makes it feel like an old school animation.
I love that shit.
But it has a modern twist. It looks great. I mean, DC, that's the only place that they fucking dominate is the
Yeah,
animation.
hell
Yeah.
yeah.
Marvel cannot. I mean, the worst Marvel animation, I don't know if you guys saw it, was the one with the Black Widow and Punisher. And it was like a manga style, and they were trying to make it a love story. I'm like, this is the most uncomfortable cartoon I've ever seen in my life. Like, these two don't work together. Why are you forcing this?
Yeah.
I almost felt like visual rape. It was horrible.
Word. Yeah, Constantine 2 is still in the air. It's still not confirmed.
I mean,
Would be dope,
Keanu would do
Wait,
it.
what was
That
Constantine
would be
1?
hard with Keanu doing it. That would be
No,
hard.
that's not 1, right? What was Constantine 1?
Keanu Reeves.
Yeah.
No, you can't. No, that's too far back. Like, you can't do a part 2 of that.
I mean,
It's
it
too
would.
far
It would
back.
be.
I mean, like, it's
Nah,
like, how do
you
you?
could do it.
It wouldn't be part 2. It wouldn't
It'd be
label
more
it.
of a reboot
It'd
type
be-
thing, I think.
It'd just be the monarchy would be Constantine spirits of whatever. You know what I mean? Or
We know it's part 2, but
Right.
they wouldn't do that because you're right. Time is definitely of the essence.
Right.
Too late for that, but you saw Marvel play at that. Doctor Strange. It wasn't Doctor Strange. It was Multiverse of Madness.
Right.
This movie.
Yeah.
Right. It wasn't part.
Yeah,
It
the
is
Doctor
part
Strange
2, but it's
2.
not.
Right. But they didn't call it that.
Yeah.
Right.
I get it. Yeah. See, you guys
Well,
are in the right point.
I think this reveal is dope because the Tomorrowverse team, the great animation that DC's given us is adapting the Crisis on Infinite Earth story for this trilogy, and fucking dope. If you haven't, if you don't know about this story, if you're like me and you're new to DC, Crisis on Infinite Earths is definitely an epic crossover event that changed the game, and it's definitely a must fucking read. And the Arrowverse more recently adapted that shit, and this will be the first time that it's been handled in animation form, which I think it's going to be better that way. And it'll be broken into 3 parts. It'll be a trilogy, which I think it'll be more comic accurate that way. Instead of trying to cram it into one movie, they're gonna spread it over 3, which is fucking beautiful. Like, I'm really excited about this because it's such a great story, and they're doing it in an animation format, and they're doing it among spreading it over 3 movies. And it's sort of like the Secret Wars for DC. You know what I'm saying? That's the sort of comparable. If you know Marvel, Secret Wars, it's kind of DC's Secret Wars. It deals with like a changing point. Yeah, it's a big turning point for DC. It kind of gives them that, the timeless converge, the timelines rather converge, and it's their multiverse shit.
You have the Justice Society in there, that the Superman from that past, and
and it's like the Anti-Monitor starts to destroy these realities. So it kind of reminds me, if you know Jonathan Hickman's Avengers, where the Illuminati and all that shit. Multiverse of Madness drew somewhat from it. Jonathan Hickman's Avengers, where the incursions and the multiverses are sort of crashing into each other, destroying each other as they crash. So it's kind of pulled right from this. And considering the animated universe has also been broken up, I think that this might be the trilogy that leads into James Gunn's DCU. And the Justice League World War producer, James Craig, at San Diego Comic-Con, divulged that he hopes that the Tomorrowverse inspires James Gunn. He said, I think the movies yet to come post Tomorrowverse will reflect the James Gunn universe. I hope. End quote. So yeah, and with his comments at the Comic-Con, it makes me, I don't know, like it makes me what do you call it? I don't know, what's the fucking word?
Well, optimistic.
Optimistic is the word. Yes, makes me optimistic. It does. Like I think yeah.
Cool.
I can't wait.
Cool. You know what animation I feel is overdue for a live action take?
Mm.
Let me get
Afro Samurai. I would love to see
Yeah.
that. I would love to see that. Afro Samurai.
All right, you're talking this game. You're talking this real big game.
Wait, bro, they did it.
That
Wait,
is-
I
bro,
have
they
the game.
did. They did it.
They did it?
They did it. Wait, hold on. Let me go get my. They did it.
No, they didn't.
Oh, and it slipped past me.
No, stop lying.
With
Hold on.
Samuel in it.
Ah,
You gotta have Samuel in it.
stop
Yeah,
lying.
the Afros.
Oh, wait a minute. It was only a short movie made in 2009.
Okay.
So it was an independent short.
Okay.
That's all it was. And you know what? Let me throw
Remember that shit?
IMDb with the video.
Hold on. Give me a sec. I forgot the name of it. Give me a sec. It's new. It's not old. It's new.
Flesh and Bone.
Mm.
That's what you're talking about.
Yeah, because I got that series and I got that movie.
You're right there in our private chat. Check that out, my brother Raw Talk. Check that out. That's the movie he's talking about.
Okay.
And homie does look legit though. Oh shit.
Oh shit.
All right.
Okay. Okay.
All right. All right.
Uh,
Again, the fight of the century. Afro Samurai versus Black Dynamite. Who will win? That shit would be wild. Yo, did you know that? Did you know? My boy, a shout out to Clep from Clep CX show. He told me this, and I never noticed. Michael J. White was in the original Kung Fu guy. Michael J. White was in the original Toxic Avenger as a Kung Fu guy.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
What? He was there.
I had no
He
idea.
stood up momentarily, like they were about to battle. He looked at Toxic and said, "Nah, I'm good," and he left.
You're saying a toxic what?
Toxic Avenger, the original
Toxic Avenger.
He was in it.
You know what that is? Toxic
Teenager then, huh? He was a teenager.
Yeah, he had to been. Had to been a kid.
He was massively young, but he portrayed a kung fu guy. Funnily enough.
Okay, I'm gonna have to peep that out.
Whack,
I'm about to go back. I'm like, stop fucking with me. He goes, no, bro, it's him. I'm like, oh shit, no way. You know,
I'm not feeling this Afro Samurai, man.
I saw a Spawn movie in the theaters. Yo,
me too.
Oh, bro. Nice.
I'm not feeling it.
No? Why?
It looks.
Give me
whack.
a sec. Hold on. Give me a sec. Hold on.
This shit looks.
That's
whack.
not it, Black Heroes.
No, I'm talking about the Afro Samurai live action.
That version.
Yeah, it just looks whack. That movie. That live action.
We gotta do it, and we're gonna cast Raw Talk as Afro Samurai. That's all.
We got it. But, I mean, you gotta have Samuel. Gotta be.
Wait, I gotta be tall and slinky.
Don't you worry, bro. You know, when I show up there, I'll probably be shorter than you. You could just stab the shit out of me. I'll be your first victim.
This shit, man. I'll probably be his conscience. I throw Samuel up. Hey, Afro.
Which side of his conscience are you, though?
Yep. But that guy, that's his id or something like that. So crazy.
Did you see this shit? But he's bringing the style of the Black Dynamite to a Western. He's not Black Dynamite, but bringing
something black. It's called is it Johnny Black or something
Johnny
like that?
Black, yeah, some wild shit. But
it's dope. It's dope.
That Black Dynamite movie. Now that was a cool cartoon translation. That was
Hey,
that was a very
look. I can't. If you can see it, all right.
Yasuke.
Oh, Yasuke? Yeah,
Yasuke. I know it's not the exact same thing, but it's similar story. Okay. If you haven't seen it, it's on Netflix, and it's a very what you guys are talking about This is it, just different name.
Okay.
Yo, and the voice of Yasuki is Lakeith Stanfield.
Lakeith?
Yeah.
Oh, for real?
Yeah. Isn't that crazy?
Oh! Now I get it, because I seen the action figures and
yeah. The Black Samurai. Yeah, it's about the Black Samurai, the real guy.
No,
Based on the real guy.
Stop it. It may be a Japanese anime, but he is not a samurai. He's an African warrior.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Well, technically,
but maybe he became a samurai.
Technically, in Japan, the first samurai.
But it tells the story in here. It actually says what happens if you're not born of Japanese descent. It tells that story in this one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, right. Because
the first samurai was actually an African of this African descent. The first samurai. Yeah.
Crazy. Yeah. Don't you love how the world hides history?
Yeah, man.
Right.
I love it when you discover shit. You're like, wow, why are they hiding this? Like, what is so scary? Like,
it's like they made the movie The Last Samurai with Tom Cruise.
It's
like,
power.
Why is it
it's a power thing, man. They don't want
The Last Samurai is a white guy.
Who cares if the earth is flat? A lot of people talk about that. What are you gonna do about it if it is? Who the fuck?
Yeah, right. They get right.
You can't do nothing about it.
Right? What are you gonna do? You're gonna make it around?
The world is flat. I'm not gonna do anything today.
Fine.
Right?
Yeah.
Who cares? I mean, some of these conspiracy theories is too much. Oh, the dome above us is why rockets can get. Shut up.
Yeah, the firmament.
Yeah, the firmament. Right.
Firmament. Just stop it, guys.
But you know what? I kind of wanted to be that. I kind of wanted to be that ice barrier, something beyond
right?
that.
That would be some fantasy shit. That would be a dope movie, though. Really.
Oh yeah. Why not? Why not have something beyond that, man?
Oh, look at this guy. Look at this fucking guy, bro.
I think that'd be
amazing.
Oh, yeah, that's
amazing.
Great.
Oh, my God. With timber, bro. With timber.
With the ice effects and shit.
Yeah, bro.
And it's not even no hellified shit. I mean, it's a cheap, you know.
Yo, bro, as much as I love Snake Eyes, I would never get a Snake Eyes classified because I only want the bad guys.
Right.
I didn't
get the.
Yeah, let me see. I mean, I bought Storm Shadow, and I was on the fence because I'm like, well, he's sided with G.I. Joe a couple of times. That bitch ass. He's traitorous.
See, this is my snake. My Snake Eyes don't look like the regular. He got the green camo and
that's nice though.
Yeah.
But he got the visor. That's the best.
Yeah, he got the visor. Yeah,
the white timber, right?
Yeah.
Yep. But shout out to Raw Talk, man, for finally hooking me up. I finally got a Major Blood.
That's beautiful.
I've been trying to get Major Blood ever since he came out.
Reno, when I was a kid, that was probably my third figure ever, Major Blood.
Word.
That man.
First figure.
He used to have the arm used to the elbow didn't bend and shit because he had like a robot supposed to be.
Yeah, he was straight arm. Yep.
Yeah.
I love it.
But it's a great figure, man.
He looks great.
Phenomenal. Oh, he's phenomenal.
Oh, shit, he got my haircut too, this motherfucker. Okay.
Yep. And he's he's wearing a bunch of dog tags. Like these are all the Joes that he's killed. He's got their dog tags.
Oh, I love it. That's right, bro. Mate, listen, see, that's a villain.
That's a villain. He's a ruthless vato.
Word.
Like the predator. I mean, like homies were collecting ears in Vietnam. Homies collecting dog chains. I mean, that shit is crazy. Because imagine that you get to fight him and you see your homie's name around his neck. How would you feel? Holy shit! I be like, yo, bro. I mean, he killed my homie, and if he was better than you,
word.
All right.
Yeah. And this shirt right here. Hold up. Raw Talk made this shirt too.
Get out of it. What, you designed that?
Yeah. I just that's my occupation, my career. Fashion designer, graphic designer.
Hey, yo, Raw Talk, real deal is gonna be the Carcanai of comics. Let's make this happen, baby. The Carcanai of comics, yo, bro. Yo, Reno, wait, you didn't model that right. Get the fuck back.
What happened? What happened? You didn't see?
No. Put it on the bigger screen. Put this up on the
okay,
bigger
okay. You're right. You're right. Let's blow it up.
that shit for homie, bro. Look at that shit. That shit is fire.
Ooh, Cobra.
Yo.
It's a Viper motor oil.
Talk to me about the inspiration, raw talk behind that when you designed it. That is
it's like I was thinking about like, okay, everybody's doing the t-shirts with G.I. Joe all of a sudden. So I was like, let me dig into my bag on how I design certain things. And I thought motorsports, what that would look like. Like, you know, Cobra always has a scheme. Like they had the rock and roll group, they had all sorts of schemes, you know. So I was like, why not have Cobra Motorsports? How they funnel their money through the motorsports, you know what I'm saying?
Why not?
Love it.
Why not?
I need you to get one for me where they funnel money through my comic shop.
Yo, yeah, see?
Hell yeah.
You know, you're gonna make that Cobra logo yellow and black for me.
I got you.
The Cobra Crusaders.
Cobra Crusaders.
Yep.
I love that, yo. That's fire.
Thanks, man.
Hey, yo, so wait. So can we buy this anywhere or what? What's going? Oh, well, that is exclusive to them.
Well, it was an exclusive, limited time when I had my other site up. So now I'm developing my new site, and I have some limited on there.
Oh man, I want to talk to you elsewhere because this is great. Right. You will be the Carcanai of comic book fashion. Don't you worry, I promise. I appreciate it. First, I had a Mexican shorty back in the day when that came out, right? That hooked me up with a whole outfit. I'm like, damn. I mean, I guess I was giving it to her good. You know what I mean? I'm like, damn, she buying me clothes. Shit. There's a new fashion.
Everything, man. Shoot.
Yeah, I used to go to what was it, Dr. J's down in Fulton.
Okay. I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
And I would never pick my own clothes. I go to the hottest shorty. I say, yo, what outfit would look good on me? And she pick out 2 or 3 outfits for me. I love it. That's how I would Mac.
Dude, that's definitely
don't work nowadays because those fucking women don't work anymore in the fucking mall. So I'm dead. What does this old man do now?
Oh no.
Hey man, you can still hire them. They on Instagram. You just gotta, you know.
Nah, listen, bro. If
hustle.
You're showing me your fucking what was it? Your pussy fucking crotch shit, you know, and like a wedgie, your pussy wedgie. I mean, I can't respect you. You already shut everybody the house, man. I'm good.
Yeah, true.
You know, if everybody knows how fat your lips are, I'm good.
Yeah.
Word.
You don't shut up, Al. Shut up, please.
Yeah. Nah, man. I'm glad you're talking because I'm getting some pictures.
Yeah, because I'm getting we're both, you know, single men navigating the world, and like this is a crazy, indifferent world. Y'all guys still married, so please, you know, keep it safe, keep it sane, because I'm not gonna like what is going on.
Hey man, before I even got on my journey and having my sons and my wife and stuff like that, man, I was thinking about living the life of Dr. David Banner.
Oh, see, you ain't my boy. I have a friend that has lived that life, that has literally just taken a backpack.
Travel the world and shit.
He to go back home because his mama is on 100. So he got off the road to take care of mom.
Yeah.
But he's like, that's how I live. He goes, yeah, we just stay at motels or people's random fucking houses. They feed me and shit. I shower and just keep fucking rolling. I'm like, what? He goes, bro, it's crazy the people you meet. I'm like, yeah, but crazy somebody. I watch so many horror movies, bro.
But that going down the road with the Lonely Man song, dude.
I gotta ask Black Heroes, right? Black Heroes. I mean, would you do a David Banner life and like stay in someone's random crib?
I don't know. It would be difficult, but it would be fun to try. I'll say this. I woke up like in 2020 with a brain tumor.
Oh, wow.
And but the reason why I say that is because they didn't know how long I was going to live with it. And I didn't do anything different, man. I was like, I woke up and I was like, man, I'm ready to go to work, live my life. So I don't know if I had to wake up into somebody else's world and like play their game. I don't know.
But
I
how
hope
are
that
you
makes sense
feeling?
to you guys.
Now you said
Yeah.
that shit to me. How are you feeling and dealing with that?
I'm good. I'm happy. I'm blessed. Everything's is different, but it's good to talk about sometimes. But I'm happy he wasn't one of my kids.
Yeah.
God's been good. You know, I had a lot of help with family and friends, so I'm good, man. I'm good. I only bring it up because like that was my life-changing event. I'm like,
Right.
Of course,
man,
that
like
moment.
here's your excuse to do whatever you want to do. What are you gonna go do? And I'm
Yeah.
Right.
like, I gotta go to work to feed my family. That was my first thought. You
Yeah.
know, hey, you're about to die. I gotta
Yeah.
make sure my family's good.
That's
You
it.
know, you don't want to go like parasailing or like spend a million. Nah, bro. I just want my family to be okay.
And that's why you're okay
Absolutely.
today, man. God is good. You got this. Don't you?
Yeah, God is good, bro.
Definitely all the
I
time.
love it. I love it.
All the time.
Look at this. You see, folks, you got to keep, no matter what happens in life, you always got to just keep charging forward and don't let that be what defines you, because you could heal when you don't believe in the nonsense that doctors tell you sometimes. I honestly believe that when a doctor tells you sometimes, because I lost a crusader like that. The doctor told him, "Oh, you only have like 2 weeks to live," and I think that this ate him up mentally in such a bad way that led to him dying within almost
Yeah.
that time frame. And I cried like a baby. I'll admit that. I mean, that was
Yeah.
somebody that actually cared about the brand that I met randomly and through the trooper, and like, cancer's a bitch, fuck cancer, and so when somebody tells you something's wrong, no, don't believe it. Believe in power and positivity, because faith is real, and you could get healed, or at least be able to continue living, a fun life like what
Mm-hmm.
I've done, so salute to you, my
Amen. Amen. Yeah, like my kids are in the background all the time. Like it's almost bedtime, but yeah, man. Like God is good. I'm happy that I can just do what I'm doing, man.
That's what's up.
Absolutely.
Word.
On that note, y'all, usually we gonna wrap it up around this time. We always touch on one time the night terrors for the week. I do have a couple new joints that came in. Detective Comics number
Ooh,
2.
sexy. Look at that cover, yo.
Sweet cover right there. And we
Oh,
got
oh.
Action Comics number 2.
That
Really
looks
love that one.
How you like the night terrors, bro?
I'm loving it so far. I'm loving it. I'm not reading every single one of them, but I'm reading a lot of them. Batman Brave and the Bold. This has been really fucking dope.
Really?
Yeah, and then you got Night Terrors number 4 here.
Yeah, the last of the story. Yeah.
Of the story, right? Yep. It's a this is just night, like the main book, and what Detective Comics, Action Comics, Green Lantern, Robin,
Yep,
Joker,
the angel
Nightwing,
something.
Black Adam,
That angel one, right? Angel Breaker or some shit.
and that's it. Yeah, I didn't get all of those. There's Punchline, there's Angel Breaker, there's Poison Ivy, there's a Supergirl, there's a bunch. There's Flash. There's a bunch that I didn't get.
Flash one is getting some real love. So
I wanted to get the Flash.
Check that one.
Yeah, I wanted to get the Flash one, but the place I was getting them, all they had was like exclusive covers that were like $100.
Tomorrow, my stack is gonna be a big stack because I ordered every single cover of Conan #1 from Titan, even the movie hologram special.
Speaking of #1, I just got the new G.I. Joe 301 coming, and there's a new Transformers coming. Yeah,
Harry Hammer continues. I mean,
yeah,
I gotta get mine.
Wait, let's talk about this just for one moment before we go. One Piece, right? You're talking about how this guy, in manga, it's always one person, right? I mean, the story starts with them and dies with them, right?
Right.
But G.I. Joe has been almost that for Larry Hama.
Yeah.
Beginning to now across every company he's been at. Marvel, IDW, Image. You know what I mean?
Yes, or whatever.
How insane is that? That was do all that.
Yeah, bro.
How that we have had one person kind of stay consistent on that in a manga style, and also happens to be Asian.
Yeah,
right.
Isn't it crazy?
Yep.
Yeah.
And Duke and they're back. Their GI Joes come back to Skybound this year. Skybound Entertainment. They have the Energon Universe continuity. Yeah, and they're doing a whole new thing. With that the whole reboot. Yeah, they got Duke #1, which I didn't get. Cobra Commander #1. Yeah, I got that one.
We got the advance. Salute, thank you, Skybound. We got the advance of Transformers #1 that was reviewed by my boy Johnny Hughes. Check it out on ComicCrusader.com if you want to get some deets, because he's not a Transformers guy, but even he had to admit, like, oh shit, like, whoa, wait a minute, they got something here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And, so I'm excited. I'm really excited, especially with the GI Joe. This, it's gonna be fire.
Yeah. Definitely.
See the with Duke, the Duke #1. I guess Duke looks more like it's going to be more true to the franchise's roots, but Cobra Commander is looking like it's going to be something very different. The guy Williams said he said with Cobra Commander, I really thought it was a horror comic first. He said it's definitely creepy with science stuff, and it's about him being this master manipulator who pulls together all these different forces. First and foremost, I was like, I'm gonna make a horror book, and turning the lead villain's book into a horror comic is an interesting wrinkle for the franchise. You know what I'm saying? And if you're into villains and horror and shit like that, and it's a great way to distinguish Cobra Commander from the other Energon universe titles that they're gonna have. It's definitely gonna be unique.
Ooh, I'm excited, baby.
Oh yeah,
happen. Cobra.
And I guess the Skybound Entertainment is saying that the whole series is going to focus on Cobra Commander searching for Energon, which is the aftermath of the Transformers' arrival on Earth, and so it's going to be connected. And it'll be interesting to watch from him form. It's gonna be about him like forming Cobra, basically. So it's fucking dope.
Wait till he meets Megatron. My God, when my two get together, I mean, in real life there will be an unstoppable force. But hey, it is comic book, so the good guys are gonna win.
Of course.
I hope they keep it like the OG Transformers Marvel though, because the OG Marvel and the UK Transformers, bro. I mean, the Autobots suffered a lot in those storylines. I mean, if you are a fan, you got to read those, because man, they pin down the good guys in ways that you can't imagine. You're like, holy shit. I love it. I loved it.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, bro.
All right.
Yeah, I want to do a whole GI Joe episode though, and talk about GI Joe.
Oh my God, please. I got some covers I know you'll appreciate in my box that I've had since a kid. So bought from the racks back in the day.
Yeah, man.
Not the best shape, but I kept them because they're my thing. I mean, oh my God, I love that fucking yearbook right there. That one right there. No. That one with the Storm Shadow is great, but no, the Red October one. I think that one right there, because they include the story with the Red October. Yo, dude, that is the best year.
The one I just sent you is the one with Crocmaster on the front.
Yeah, best yearbook ever right there.
Then
a good one though.
Look how beautiful, bro.
My brother dropped these off to me today.
Oh, nice.
Beautiful, bro. Look at that.
I have these comics already, but I got a better version. He got me.
Look.
Yeah, there you go.
My brother's considered as a Cobra Commander, but they consider me as a Destro. Isn't that funny?
I dig it.
I got those.
Yeah, I love these guys, man. These classic joints.
Beautiful. You got the Serpentor first app? Come on, bro. Tell me.
I wish.
You don't? I got that storyline. And it's
in the comics when Destro and they hold it and Dr. Manga. Yeah, I had those comics. Yeah, I got almost the full collection.
Oh, look how dope, bro.
Yeah, there you
Yeah, I
go.
like that one. Yeah, it's one of my favorite.
The Baroness is one of the hottest villainesses ever.
Yeah.
Fact.
Yeah.
Facts.
Give me a brunette like that. Let's go.
Word. That's my shit too.
Go.
Man. So yeah, man. Let's we're gonna wrap it up, y'all. It is getting almost to be 9:15, and I gotta catch the store before they close.
Oh, it's Reno's bedtime, everybody's lying. He's got to take an old man nap, you know.
No, I gotta get
Yeah,
my.
I'm old. I'm sorry.
I gotta get to the corner store gonna close, and if I don't get up there and get my blunts now, I'm gonna have to go all the way across town to the place that stays open 24 hours. I'm not trying to do all that.
And then he's gonna blame me because Mega shut the fuck up. I'm trying to get my paper.
It's your fault.
Great show, though, bro. Great job, everyone. Great show.
Yo, wait, Reno.
Absolutely, yo. Thank you, man. Huh?
Who wins?
Oh yeah. So
who wins the Redbox? Yo, 10 codes, 10 movies on Comic Crusaders and Redbox. Yo, Reno, who wins?
It's got to be young SC551. He was the most engaged.
Yo, guess what, Reno? I already emailed you the code. No excuse. I emailed you the page, the PDF with all those codes. YC, you better follow Reno or me.
I'm gonna send it to him right now.
Let's go.
Dope.
There we go. Thank you for tuning in and showing love for this amazing show put on by my dope homie right here from VA, my East Coast brother, wherever, Mr. Reno Noir.
Thank you, Al. Thank you, man. Yo, thank you guys. Thank all y'all for coming on, man.
Nah, thank you for having us. Man. Great job.
Much. And safe travels for the dog.
Word. Shout out Stu Dog, man. Yeah, man. He going across the pond and shit.
Where he's at? Where he going?
He's going to London.
Oh, where else salute Stu Dog? Don't eat those
bangers and mash and shit.
Yeah, bro. Don't do that, yo. You're gonna be falling up the storm, bro. Don't do that.
Toads in a hole and shit.
Yeah. A hole. My God, you're in that toilet hole all day if you do that.
Yeah.
Word, man. So yo, man, let me we'll catch y'all Monday though. So every Monday, every Saturday we're here, guys, 7 p.m. We'll see y'all then. So have a great weekend, man, and we'll see you guys Monday. We got another great show planned for y'all. Peace.
Shout out to Sada as well.
Word is bond.